Okay, to have our first group lesson, we have to make sure we have all our materials. So we need trays for the magnetic letters. We need the magnetic letters. We need the books we're going to read today. We need whiteboards with markers. And we're all set. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your magnetic trays. We're going to spell a word, a sight word that you don't know automatically. So I'm going to ask you a couple until I find one that is not an automatic word for you. Okay. Do you know how to spell said?
S-E-S-E-I-D.
And do you know how to spell said?
S-E-I-D.
Then that's a perfect one to start with because we are going to spell it S-A-I-D. So let's take an S. You each get one. Let's take an A. We need an I. And we need a letter D. Do we care what color they are?
No.
All right. Said is S-A-I-D. And the A goes this way, sweetie. Can I see your spelling? S-A-I-D. All right. Now, may I borrow one of yours? Because we're going to do a little game with it. So this is said. Oops, backwards. And now we're going to play a game called What's Missing. So I want you to look at it carefully. Okay. You see what there is there? Now I'm going to flip it over so you can't see. Take one letter away. What's missing?
A.
Good. What's missing?
D.
What's missing?
S.
What's missing?
I.
All right. You know what? You guys are so good at this. I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to take away 2 letters at the same time. You tell me what's missing.
S and A.
Good job. And what's missing?
I-D.
Good job. This is called said. S-A-I-D. Now we're going to play the game Mix and Fix. You're going to mix them all around.
Okay.
And now you fix it on your own board.
Okay. I'm done.
All right.
Make better.
Good job. Mix and fix again. Mix. Fix.
Okay. Go backwards. I-D.
All right. Say those letters in a row.
S-A-I-D.
Okay. You say yours in a row.
S-A-I-D.
Excellent. Who thinks they're ready to trace it on the table without using letters? All right. Trace it on the table with your finger, both of you. Good. I love the way you fixed the order of the letters. Do it for me. I didn't get to see your tracing. Yes. So who thinks they know how to spell that word? All right. On your whiteboard, I want you to write said 3 times. And I also want you to not look at each other's even though you're right next to each other. So try to tip your board up or into your lap and spell said 3 times.
Okay.
Excellent. Said, said, said. Fantastic. Now I want you to think of a sentence that you would use said for.
Okay.
And you can write your sentence on your board. Use said in a sentence.
Three times?
Nope, just one sentence, but use the word said.
Okay. I'm still not done. I'm still thinking.
Okay. Then while you're waiting for Jennifer, can you just do me a favor and make sure that your sentence is complete? And make sure every word is spelled right while you're waiting.
I said I forgot the I-N. I forgot the G.
Yeah.
I said that.
You could say anything.
I said that the.
And how do you make your sentence complete?
At the
You
period.
got it. Are you about to learn? All right. And how do you make yours complete? Perfect. All right. Isa 2, read your sentence.
I said that the game is going to start.
Excellent. Read yours, Jennifer.
I said that the book was wonderful.
Fantastic. All right. So that took us 5 minutes and 45 seconds. On a day when you have more words, you can practice the words you already learned, including said. Today we just did one. So can you erase your boards? Give me back your markers. Thank you. Here you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whoop. All right. Now that the sight word time is done, the next thing we do is book. So our book today is The Great Big Enormous Turnip. The first thing we're going to do is look through the pictures together and take turns saying what's happening on each page.
Okay.
So I would like to tell you that this is kind of a fun story that has a lot of characters. So we want to make sure we know each character on each page and what we see happening in the pictures.
The farmer's wife, the daughter, the son with a dog.
You saw some of those in the pictures?
Yeah,
All right,
I've read it before.
Excellent. Okay, so it's called The Great Big Enormous Turnip. What is a turnip?
It's like a sweet fruit.
What do you think? Have you ever heard of a turnip? It's a vegetable, and it's
a vegetable.
It's like it's kind of like a potato or a squash that grows under the ground, but it's called a turnip. So it's a kind of vegetable. You know, you have fruits and vegetables are the kinds of plants you eat. So like, this is a kind of vegetable.
A vegetable doesn't have seeds and a fruit has seeds.
There you go. So a turnip must not have any
seeds.
Okay, so let's look at the pictures and say what's happening in the story. Isa 2, you start.
Okay, so in the picture I see that the farmer is planting his turnip and he finished and he's watering it.
Perfect. Then what, Jennifer?
And then it grows and grows. The sun let it grow.
The sun makes it grow. Mm-hmm. All right, then what? Jen, Isa 2.
It's my turn. It keeps on. Then the next day the farmer came and checked on his turnip, and then after he found out, and then he saw the turnip was getting big.
Excellent. All right, do you want to add anything for this one, or should we turn the page? What does it look like he tried to do?
It's a boy?
Yeah, the farmer is a boy. Oh. He has long hair, but it's a boy.
He's pulling it. He's pulling it, and the dog is looking at her.
Dog is looking at him. Then what happens?
Then his wife comes out, and his wife normally just comes out and like checks on him every day, every morning.
And then what do they do?
And then they start pulling both of them, and the dog's still watching them.
Yep.
Then the son comes out and checks on him.
And what do they do?
They start pulling the turnip together.
Excellent. And Jennifer, you tell me what happens on page 10.
And the dog is helping too, and so are the family, but they still don't get it that much.
They still can't get it out. Then what happens, on the next page?
Then there's a little mouse there talking to the farmer.
Excellent. And then what do they notice?
That the little mouse is helping them too.
And then what happens?
Pop, and then the turnip came out.
And what do you see?
They I think they cooked it and then they were eating it. So was the mouse and the dog.
Excellent. And that's the last page of the real story. So that's called our preview. Now we're going to read the book.
Oh, it's a play.
There's a play in the end too. So that's a fun thing to do sometimes too. But today we're just going to read the story. So go back to the beginning. And what I would like you guys to do is read in a whisper voice. So you're going to read at your own pace. That means you might turn the page before she does, and that's fine. Do you understand? All right, let's give it a try.
The great big turnip. One day, a farmer planted a turnip seed.
Whisper voice too?
Then he went off to bed.
Mm-hmm.
The seed grew all night. It grew and grew and grew.
One day,
The next day, the farmer came out to check on the plant.
Off to bed.
Whoa, he said.
The
Look
seed
at
grew
the turnip.
at night.
I'll
It
pull
grew
it
and
out.
grew and grew.
And we can have it for lunch.
Next
The
day,
farmer pulled out.
came out
The farmer
to
pulled
check
and pulled
the
on
plant.
the turnip,
Now-
but the turnip did
now
not come out.
He said,
The farmer
look
wife
at
came
that
out
turnip.
to check on the farmer.
I'll
Whoa.
pull
Whoa,
it
she said.
out.
That is a
And
big turnip.
Can
We
have
can have it for lunch.
for lunch.
Help me
I'm going to
put
pause
it
you.